Space Coconut.
Okay, how can the devs allow themselves to release something in such a shape? I don't have a script written for this, and I'm just going to talk about this. Everybody knows all of the things that are wrong with this patch. The killer that's bugged, the mechanics that are unfinished, the myriad of other bugs that are released with this, Legion being unable to use his power, the camera going everywhere in different situations. There's a thread on the forums of known issues in the chapter with Victor. He can't pounce up any kind of slope. It's I don't even need to read all of this. Sometimes the shack pallet is unbreakable. Hillbilly's chainsaw overheats randomly. This is just sad. Now, you all know by now that I call out the devs on the BS that they pull and the stupid decisions that they try and pull. But 100%, the person who's in charge, who said release this anyway, whoever that is, needs to be fired. This patch is in such a bad shape, it makes the entire company look utterly incompetent. Like, I don't have enough words in my vocabulary to explain how stupid they are for releasing this in the state that it is in right now. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you paid or excels for this, then you are even dumber than they are. This is a straight up fact. If you choose to ignore the issues that are in the patch and you refuse to acknowledge that this is not a good thing, then I simply don't understand how you as a human being can accept this. So, for those of you who are still having fun, that's fine. I'll admit that there are some fun aspects to the killer. There are. But the fact of the matter is that this patch, this DLC, never should have went live. It should have been worked on and at least become functional before it was released. We as customers deserve to be treated with respect. And a company that's going to try and sell you something that's half finished, that breaks other aspects of the game, and then hours after the release of that broken patch, ask you to buy the cosmetics for the game, and you do, this says a lot about you. The people who have bought cosmetics, the new cosmetics for the characters, I cannot use strong enough language to explain how foolish you are. It is people like you that are encouraging the devs to release patches like the one that was released today. I'm just kind of flabbergasted. I don't even have the words to talk about everything that's wrong with the patch. And I don't need to, because everybody is talking about the same thing. The forums are being moderated. Discussions are being closed. Things are being sent to the feedback forum, which is all, normal stuff for those people who are trying to keep the game in a positive light, no matter what. If you're going to complain about me being a Debbie Downer, fine. But open your eyes and look at what the devs are trying to sell you. Look at it and understand that they don't care about the quality of their game. They don't care about giving the players a good game experience. They care about making as much money as they can because they know that Dead by Daylight is beginning to fail. It's beginning to fail because they, as a company, are focusing on the wrong aspect of this game. They're focusing on how much money they can make from it instead of how good of a game experience they can make for their players. Now, everybody has a different opinion, and this is mine. You can think whatever you like. You can do whatever you like. But if you're going to put blinders on to what is happening right now, I don't know what else to tell you. For those of you with eyes open enough to see what's happening and enough wisdom to refrain from giving the devs what they're after, make forum posts, tag them in Twitter, talk to them in Discord. In this instance, everyone should be making as much noise as possible in order to get this stuff fixed as soon as possible and to ensure that the next DLC that the devs decide to release is actually complete and does not break the game in its entirety. I'm completely at a loss for words at what happens, at what I'm seeing right now. Matthew Cote made a post replying to somebody saying that M-Code straight up doesn't care if people play the game, so I won't expect anything of merit from his opinions. He responded to that and he says, "This is absolutely not true. I do care. Quite a lot. Today's patch was not our best release by far. We know that, and we are working hard at fixing it right now. I still think that Elodie and the siblings are awesome creations. I am very proud of the work done by my team. Now, no one's going to deny that the designs of the characters are still good. The design team, as usual, is carrying the rest of the dev team." He says that they're working hard at fixing it right now. The question I have for you, viewers, as consumers, is do you think it was right that they released it in this state at all? They may be fixing it right now, and it may be fixed in a few weeks when they get the hot patches ready, and months down the line when they manage to fix everything else, including the sound. As Legion, I had a very, while his speed is completely broken, it was very peaceful chasing survivors without any chase music. They broke the game. They broke the game. And I can't stress this enough. Instead of holding back the DLC and making sure that it works and making sure that the rest of the game works and making sure that their patch notes are all on the same page, all of their different departments are all on the same page, they pushed it out the door anyway because they knew morons would buy it. Now, if you're like me and you just purchased it with shards, then hey, you know, who cares, right? We got the thing for free, no big deal. If you bought cosmetics, if you bought the killer with auric cells, I'm going in circles. What the devs do in the next few weeks and the next month or two is going to say a lot about what their plans are for the next DLC. They have to spend extra time trying to fix this DLC, which is going to take away development time from the next DLC. Remember when Blight had issues, and there are issues with Blight right now? You know how Nurse still has certain issues with her kit, blinking through dead spaces and things like that. Those things aren't fixed, and they haven't been fixed, and instead they've worked on a new DLC. So put that together. I want you to use your brains for a second. They have to meet the next deadline for the next DLC, and in order to do that, what do they have to sacrifice? They have to sacrifice time fixing this DLC and all of the DLCs before it and all of the issues that we're fighting through right now. I don't know what the devs are doing. I hope that they're working on this to the best of their ability, as they say they are. But are they going to continue that? Are they going to push back the next DLC to make sure that the game gets into a playable state before the next one is released? No one thinks that this is a good DLC. At least no one who is completely blind to what's actually happening. And it's getting tiresome. It's getting old. I'm tired of being right. I'm tired of warning you. I'm tired of warning you about what the devs are going to do. In all honesty, more than anything, this is utterly pathetic of the company Behaviour Interactive to release this DLC in the state that it's in. It's pathetic, and it's sad. I'm not even mad because Cyberpunk 2077 is coming out. Monstrum 2 is coming out. It's something I'm waiting for. There are games that are coming out. And you know what? It's about time that the devs and the company understand that we're not going to take this anymore, that this is nonsense, that we are worth a complete product. You, as a player, you are worth a fun gameplay experience. You are worth the trouble to make sure the game works so you can enjoy it. You're worth it. And until the devs take their time to fix the game, they are telling you that you are not worth their time. I want you to think about that for a moment. And I'm going to play something else. I'm not excited about the twins. I think they're kind of clunky. Their design is kind of weird. I don't care about the new Survivor. It's just a skin after all. I don't know, and I'm starting to not care what you do, but I suggest that you share this video as much as you can, because the devs need to understand, the devs need to get it through their thick ass skulls that we as a player base are worth the trouble to play a good game. We're worth the trouble to fix bugs. We're worth the trouble to have a DLC that is released in a complete state. It doesn't break everything else. I have really nothing else to say. I'm just really disappointed, and I never thought that something like this would happen. I really didn't. I really didn't think that the devs could be so visibly, like, they may not be stupid, but this makes them look very incompetent. And I never thought I would really see this happen. I really didn't. Kote, behavior, this makes you look fucking stupid. Get your stuff together, put off the next DLC, get the game in a workable state, fix the foundation of your game, and then try and sell us some of your bullshit. Maybe some people will buy it. Maybe people will still buy it even after this. The world is full of stupid people after all. I'm gonna play something else, and then maybe later I'll put more effort into Dead by Daylight. But right now, I think everyone should put just as much effort into Dead by Daylight as the devs have been putting into us. Like the video if you like the video, and dislike the video if you have absolutely no respect for yourself. Until next time, I'll see you somewhere better.